Welcome to the College of Hospitality Management and Tourism, the first virtual skills competition 2021, with the theme, the forward leap upskilling and reskilling of student competence toward new beginning. To start with, may I request everyone to join us for the prayer to be led by Ms. Florian Gutierrez.
Praise our Savior. Hospitality Tourism Department Skills Competition. For all the present in gratitude, we stand before you, asking your blessings for our activity. You honored us with the presence of your friends. Activities we're going to share. May the goals you set today be achieved. May you grant us wisdom and may the various schemes related to this work be achieved through your divine intervention.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awi ng Pilipinas.
Presenting the Master of Ceremony, Ms. Estelita Gapas and Ms. Dilette Adam.
Go. Good morning, everyone. May I request for all the students to open their camera. start, let's have a short roll call discussion sentence for today. You can react by clicking the reaction button or using the chat below. So let's start with the first year tourism student.
Hi guys, from the first year HM students. Mag-ingay, you can send emoticons, hearts, like, you can raise your hands.
Ayaw dito sa amin. Yung isang last.
Yes, mga partner, hindi magpapatato ang third year tourism student.
Where are the third year HM students? Ayun, kitang-kita.
Yes,
Ang daming
naman.
nagre-react ng heart. Active na active kahit ang aga-aga pa.
Yes, syempre partner, hindi rin magpapahuli ang mga second year tourism students.
Send lang kayo ng hearts para makita natin kung sino ang talagang palaban sa lahat ng CHMT. Next, asa naman ng mga second year HM students?
Yes, alive na alive kahit sobrang aga. Alive na alive naman sila partner. Nakakatuwa ang mga students natin from CHMT.
Yes, ayun. Kitang-kita. Shout out Santos, Julian, Dara. Yan. You can message also on our chat box. So we are seeing you all the students here today. And to our ate and kuyas of the department, where are the fourth year HRM students? Hi mga ate, shout out!
Yes naman. So let us also acknowledge the presence of our faculty members and the coaches.
Ni hao,
Sawadika!
annyeong haseyo,
Ohayo gozaimasu!
buenos dias,
Bonjour!
morhaba,
Hello, mabuhay!
magandang umaga, College of Hospitality, Management and Tourism. Welcome to this year's CHMT Virtual Skills Competition 2021.
With a team of the forward leap, upskilling, and reskilling of students' competence towards new beginning. Before we formally start our program, let me introduce myself. I am Estelita Gapas from Tourism Management 3A.
And I am Lilette Valencia Adao from the Hospitality Management 3F.
Yes,
Hi guys.
partner, it is really sad that we are not celebrating our tradition CHMT week for this year. But on behalf of ARMS, we made sure that we will step on another level this year virtually. So to have a glance for the main event, let us all together watch the CHMT Skills Competition Teaser 2021.
It's time. The annual skills competition will take it to another level virtually. CHMT Virtual Skills Competition 2021 with a team of the forwardly upskilling and reskilling of students' competence towards new beginnings. The long-awaited season of the academic year. For students to showcase their creativity, skills, and innovation in this pandemic. Get ready to explore the explored. You, for your heart, are ready to dance on it. Cut together with Mr. Ezekiel Tamburan and Mr. Chian Ramos. Taste the goodness, feel the greatness. Tasting like is blend, Villa Martini in hand, representing Villa Martini. Led by Miss Leslie Salazar with Miss Jane Kalupi and Mr. Mark Anthony Hernandez. Come quickly, I am tasting the stars. Don't hurry. Up with Mr. John Arcibal, together with Miss Roshan Labansay and Miss Dolores Cabanay. Joe Tokens, the land's desired pressure. Led by Mr. Samuel Cruz, together with Miss St. Geraldine and Miss Louise Legaspi. They say everyone has the fire, but the champions know when to ignite the spark. Team Gold Mountains, led by Miss Bernadette Passion with Miss Monique Latin and Ross Ad Salvador. As the most famous quotation goes, no man is an island, but they said, bring your loved ones to Virgo Island. Presenting Virgo Island, Korea, led by Miss Avery Kimoto, together with Miss Janeline Banta and Miss Karen Cruz. Lastly, but definitely not the least, for tourism management. Pink Everest, overshadowing competition at every step, led by Miss Princess Abad, together with Mr. Lemuel Magalana and Miss Clarissa Halidi, one department. 10 competitions. Led by our very own Charlene B. Rivera and Arms Advisor Jerome Fernandez, together with the armed officers. We believe that teamwork makes the dream work. But this July 9, 2021, Friday, 8 o'clock in the morning, via Zoom and Facebook Live, let us all witness whose team will succeed and will be the next CHMT Skills Competition Champion 2021. See you virtually!
Talaga nga namang pinaghandaan ng bawat estudyante at ang bawat coaches sa araw na ito para maging successful ang ating CHMT Skills Competition 2021. And to give us an opening remarks, let me introduce to you our very own, the mother of CHMT, no other than Dean Charmaine B. Rivera.
To our beloved University President, Dr. Maria Arguellas, to our proactive and dynamic campus director, Engineer Manuel Luis Alvarez, to our hardworking executive assistant to the President and Director of the Student Affairs, Dr. Michelle Sarmiento, to our distinguished guest speaker, Professor Lee Major Pahilan, to the College of Hospitality Management and Tourism faculty, staff, alumni, and students. Good morning. Just before we started, I would like to express first my gratitude to college, to the faculty who serve as coaches, the staff, and the committee for organizing this event, and to our students for participating. My heart is full on all of your efforts to make this event successful. And with that, I would like to congratulate you all in advance. Annually, it is a tradition for us to have this skills competition. When pandemic came last year, there is unexpected change. There is a deafening silence in our Taylor Street CHMT building and activity center on the week that this event was supposedly conducted. But for this year, pandemic expect us to continue the tradition of showcasing the skills of our students. Today marks as our first virtual skills competition with the theme The Forward Leap, upskilling and reskilling of students' competence towards new beginnings. To our students, the world may change and that is constant. But upskilling and reskilling to adapt to these changes is a must. Our college and the university is here to think of the best programs that we can offer to all of you, and this event is for you. At this stage, again, thank you for being here. Welcome and enjoy the activities and the competition.
Maraming salamat po sa atin din ng department na walang sawang sumusuporta at nagbibigay ng atensyon para maging successful lahat ng events sa buong school year na ito. Kahit anumang pandemic, kahit anumang sakuna ang dumating sa atin, hindi nagiging imposible. Lahat nagiging posible para sa ating lahat. Di ba nga, mga CHMT, isa mo ng react ng heart dyan. Yun, maraming salamat po.
To give us an inspirational message, let us welcome the Director of the Office of Student Affairs and Services, no other than Dr. Michelle B. Sarmiento.
Hi guys! So bago tayo, habang inaantay natin, nagkakaroon lang tayo ng kaunting technical difficulties, pero syempre para sa lahat ng ating students, you can send hearts, shout out sa lahat ng students, and you can chat on the chat box ng inyong mga puso, kung anong kulay man kayo. Mag-ingay lahat ng ating contestants. Ayan, go, 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 Gold Maldives. At ang daming nagsasend ng blue heart. Magpapatalo ba yung mga ibang kulay dyan?
Yes, syempre, go! Go for the Go Pink Everest! Partner,
Yun!
ang active naman ng mga team natin. Syempre, hindi rin magpapahuli ang Team Coke Ova. Sabi
Yeah.
ni Sir Ezekiel. Ang
Go,
active
go,
naman
go,
ng-
Purple Island! Talaga nga namang nagpapaunahan sa pagsisend. Ano? Good morning, Pink Everest! O, nasa na yung iba? Magpapatalo ba naman kayo? Mag-ingay mga estudyante ng CHMT. Go, go, go!
Yan, ang mga Team Cock Ova daw ay mga fresh partner. Siyempre, hindi rin magpapatalo ang Blue Martini.
Yun, talaga namang. Pagdating sa pag-iingay, nangunguna ang CHMT.
Talaga naman. Hindi rin magpapahuli ang Yellow Truffles. Partner, ang ingay rin nila. Once again, to give us an inspirational message, let us welcome the Director of Student Affairs and Services, Dr. Michelle B. Sarmiento.
To our University President, Dr. Mario R. Briones, to our Vice Presidents, Campus Directors, especially the Campus Director of LSPU Santa Cruz Campus, Engineer Manuel Luis Alvarez, Deans and Associate Deans, especially the Dean of the College of Hospitality, Management and Tourism, Dean Charlene Rivera, to our esteemed guest speaker, Mr. Lee Majors Fajulan, LSPU Directors, Chairpersons, LSPU faculty, staff, students of BS Tourism Management and BS Hospitality Management. Ladies and gentlemen, warm greetings from the Office of the Student Affairs and Services. The concept of reskilling and upskilling is indeed a very hot topic nowadays. I remembered reading an article online about this, which had been published on September 2020 by Ralph de la Vega. The article caught my eye because its title intrigued me, drew me in, pulled me closer, made me want to read it. The title says, "Don't reskill for tomorrow using yesterday's tools." Those words can be used to ponder on many vital aspects in the world we live in. What we have been taught 10 to 20 years ago may be becoming obsolete in the near future. What we need to do is to reskill and upskill ourselves and recreate our world. Here in Laguna State Polytechnic University, we hope nothing but the best for you, our dear students. And that is why I would like to express my sincerest appreciation to the Dean and the faculty of the College of Hospitality, Management and Tourism who had worked and partnered with the students in making sure that even despite this pandemic, the skills competition still pushed through. For the whole duration of your skills competition, you can be able to exhibit what you have learned, and you should all be very proud of yourselves for being able to come this far. Hone and develop your skills more. Upskill by learning new competencies to prepare for your future careers. And reskill by learning new competencies which can enable you to transition to a completely new role if need be. This may be a competition, but I do hope that all those who shall participate are motivated by the desire to achieve and not by the desire to beat others. This pandemic has struck us hard, but let us be inspired by a clock. Don't watch the clock. Do what it does. Keep going. You are doing great. I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Michelle B. Sarmiento, having to hear your inspirational message truly pushes us more and stay motivated.
And next, to give us another inspirational message, may we call on our very own, the campus director of the Santa Cruz campus, Engineer Manuel Luis Alvarez.
Thank you. Is my audio audible? Okay naman.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So to our university president, Dr. Mario Arbeones, to our OSAS director, Dr. Michelle B. Sarmiento, of course to your dean, Ma'am Charmaine Rivera. Actually ngayon siya ay babaksinan yata. Then to your resource speaker, Mr. Lee Major Pahilan, and advisors and officers of ano ba ito basahin? ARMS, or Association of HRM and Tourism Students. To all faculty and students of CHMT, so good morning to everyone. So today you are commencing your most awaited annual activity of the year, your CHMT Skills Competition, or Chefs on Parade. So from last year, alam ko hindi kayo nakapag ganitong event. So ngayon yung first time during pandemic. So your team is forward leap at skilling and reskilling the competence for the new beginnings. Yes, of course, with this pandemic situation that we have right now, there's nothing that we can do about it. So kailangan natin mag-adjust, so recalibrate for us to be competitive. So as I recall, nung nasa San Pablo pa ako, so yung COP or Chefs on Parade competition nila that time, so I've served from the students during those years. So napaka-competitive. So when it comes to hospitality management and tourism skills, so I saw the different events. So wine mixing, table skirting, bed and food preparation for HRM. Then ito, flight attendant demo or demonstrations. Then yung tour guiding. So nakakapanood ako that time. So I've observed from those activities during that time na I'm still in San Pablo, ay napakagagaling. So that's why I am challenging you, my dear CHMT students here in Santa Cruz campus. So even if this is virtual, so still showcase your skills and talents for us to see that the CHMT students are competitive ng Santa Cruz campus. So I know all your professors and instructors are capable of giving you that knowledge. So it's aside naman ng administration ng LSPU, our university president prioritize the completion of the construction of your hostel and the procurement of all needed furnitures and equipments for the hostel to operate, so that if the time comes that the limited face-to-face will be implemented to hospitality management and tourism students, you'll be having a complete hostel for your laboratory. Okay, so before I end this short message, I would like to congratulate the officers of your organization, yung ARMS or Association of HRM and Tourism Students, of course to your president, Shaira, and to the advisors, sina Sir Jerome. Okay, so again, congratulations in advance for a job well done. So once again, good morning and good luck to all the participants of the different events. So thank you very much.
Maraming salamat po, Engineer Manuel Luis Alvarez. Tama nga naman po na sobrang laki ng pinagbago dahil sa pandemya. Madami tayong napagdaanan, bawat estudyante may kanya-kanyang kinaharap na problema. Nagpunta tayo sa iba't ibang dimension ng buhay na hindi natin naakalain na lahat ng nangyari ngayon ay magiging posible dahil sa mga coaches, dahil sa ating faculties at sa ating masisipag at talentadong mga estudyante, lalo na ang ating mga officers na walang sawang sinusuportahan ang ating department para maging posible lahat ng activity ito, di ba nga? Again, thank you so much, Miss Engineer Manuel Luis Alvarez. Thank you po, CD. Okay.
As mentioned by Dr. Sarmiento, our University President, Honorable Dr. Mario R. Briones, won't be able to join us for today. But we would like to extend our deepest gratitude for his dynamic support in our college event. For the awarding of certificate, may we call on Sir Jerome Fernandez.
Republic of the Philippines, Laguna State Polytechnic University, Province of Laguna, College of Hospitality, Management and Tourism, Certificate of Appreciation is hereby awarded to Dr. Michelle B. Sarmiento in grateful and deepest appreciation of her outstanding support and devotion during the first virtual CHMT skills competition with the theme of the Forward Leap, Upskilling and Reskilling of Student Competence toward new beginning, given this 9th day of July 2021 with online Zoom. Signed, Shaira May Bamboo, ARMS President, yours truly, Jerome Fernandez, ARMS Advisor, and Charmaine V. Rivera, Dean of the College of Hospitality, Management and Tourism. Another certificate of appreciation is given to our campus director, Engineer Manuel Luis Alvarez, in grateful and deepest appreciation of his outstanding support and devotion during the first virtual CHMT skills competition with the theme of the Forward Leap, Upskilling and Reskilling of Student Competence toward New Beginning, given this 9th day of July 2021 with online Zoom, signed Shaira Bambu, Jerome Fernandez, and Dean Charmaine V. Rivera. Thank you so much, sir and ma'am.
Our college ensures us to teach knowledge and skills that will make us competitive enough in our industry. Today, it is really a fulfillment to see our alumni soaring high and reaching their dreams. Let us all welcome Miss Maria Angelica Valdelyon.
Hi guys, I'm Angela Valdelion. I usually go by Angie. So I'm an alumni there at LSPU. I'm a tourism graduate. I graduated year 2019. So right now I'm in Tennessee, United States. I'm currently working in 2 hotels that are under Marriott International. So first one is the Westin Chattanooga, where I work as a full-time night auditor. Second one is Chattanooga Mart Downtown, where I work as a part-time front desk agent and also a night auditor. So during my college days, I'm actually looking forward for the college week, like every year. Even after I graduated, I'm still looking forward to it. I know you didn't have college week last year, and then 2 days ago, I got a message that you guys are doing your very first virtual skills competition with the theme the forward leap, upskilling and reskilling of student competence towards new beginning. I'm really excited to see what every student can do amidst of this pandemic. I know you guys can pull this off, and I've been seeing a lot of tourism and HRM students doing their activities from home, which is really, really amazing. You guys are the best. No one can stop you from being the very best version of yourself just because you're stuck at home. There are no limits. So for everyone who will be joining the competitions, I'm wishing you good luck. And for every student, I'm wishing you success in everything that you do and all in your future endeavors. All the best. also like to congratulate and express my gratitude to Dean Sherman Rivera, ARMS Advisor Sir Jerome and Sir John, all of the faculty members, ARMS President Shira, all of ARMS officer, and for everyone who will be behind and who is behind this CHMT week. I know you guys will make this successful as you always do. So I hope to see you soon and you all stay safe. Bye.
Thank you so much, Miss Valdelion, for that inspiring message. So as she said, no one can stop you from being the best version of yourself. So CHMT student, we know that success doesn't come easily, so let's start working towards it.
Yes. And syempre, sa ating next alumni, may we call on Mr. Frederick Bondo.
Hi, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Frederick Villegas Bondo, and I graduated at Laguna State Polytechnic College with a bachelor degree in Hotel and Restaurant Management under Ms. Charmaine Villaflor, Mrs. Salazar, and Mrs. Fernandez on the year 2006. I am currently in Singapore and working as an operation manager in one of the Japanese companies here for almost 11 years. I am handling 9 outlets in total with different brandings such as Aburi M, Tamago M, and N Sakaba, which are all Japanese restaurants. My main job as a ops manager is to analyze the business on making it better and how to expand it locally and internationally. I am also in charge developing the menu. Yeah, and I am very thankful to all of my professors during my college days. Everything that I have learned has served me well in my career. Again, my name is Frederick Villegas Bondo. Salamat po.
Thank you so much, Mr. Frederick Bondo. Talaga nga namang lahat ng CHMT students mas malayo na ang natatawid. Hindi lang dito sa loob ng Pilipinas, kundi sa ibang bansa. Maraming salamat. Again, Mr. Frederick Bondok. Mag-ingat po kayo dyan and God bless po. And to introduce our guest speaker for today, may I call on the ARMS President, no other than Ms. Shira May Bamboo.
Good morning, everybody. Many of you have gone out of your way to join us today. We are extremely grateful and extend our heartfelt greeting to you on our behalf. Please join me in welcoming our resource speaker, Doctor in Philosophy in Management, graduate student of St. Louis University, Baguio City, a professor and department head of St. Louis University's Hospitality and Tourism Management Department. He is a qualified speaker since he has participated in several speakerships at conferences and seminars. He has held several positions and earned numerous achievements. At the moment, he has many positions. He worked as a consultant for Real Estate Corporation and the Sol Beach Villas. He is also a master trainer at the American Hotel Lodging Educational Institute and the general manager of the Lafayette Luxury Suites in Baguio City. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce to you our resource speaker in our first CHMT virtual competition, no other than Mr. Lee Majors Manalo Kahilan.
Hi everyone, good morning to all of you coming all the way from Baguio City. I hope you don't mind, that was an old photo. And this is me now. Can you hear me? Am I coming in loud and clear?
Yes po, sir, loud and clear. Mayor.
Hi, ma'am.
Yes,
Good
sir.
morning. Good morning po sa inyong lahat. It's really nice to see people from outside the mountains. And now I can see beautiful people from Laguna, no? I know a lot of beautiful people in Laguna, and especially your dean. No, she's really beautiful and handsome na rin si Sir Jerome. Aha, di ba? So good morning sa inyong lahat. I'm a little bit under the weather dahil napakalamig dito sa Baguio ngayon. And paulan-ulan pa. And I woke up with a little bit of cough and a little bit of sniffles. So kaya pagpasensyahan nyo na po. Napakalamig po kasi. And yeah. Kumusta po ang weather sa inyo dyan?
As of now, sir, medyo maulan, makulimlim po sa labas.
Pareho lang pala sa atin, Ma'am Lileth. Very nice emceeing. Are you a student?
Yes, sir. Estudyante po. Third year
Okay.
student po.
You're doing a good job in your um, hosting activity. One of the skills that is required nowadays, no? One of the two of your former graduates, I must say, was able to uh, imbibe in me, and I got to recall how I was like when I was a student. Ngayon successful na sila. So everybody's doing a good job. I was able to tune in and listen to your directors, the campus director, and they're speaking highly of so many things about Laguna Polytechnic. Tama ba? Laguna State Polytechnic University. So nakakatuwa naman po na nandito ako at naimbitahan. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat, sa lahat po ng officers ng university, lahat po ng students na nandito. I'd like to congratulate you in advance for a very successful activity yet. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a wonderful experience for all the students, and nakakatuwa kapag ang campus natin, ang ating administration are doing their best to be able to, really share activities kahit na nasa gitna tayo ng pandemya. Okay. Meron po ba kayo nakikitang PowerPoint presentation?
Yes po, sir. Nakikita na po.
Okay.
Yes,
Is
sir.
it okay? Ayan. So, the forward leap, upskilling and reskilling of students' competence toward new beginnings. True enough, we are in the dawn of the new beginning, the new era, sabi nga nila, after over a year and a half almost of being in confined space, being on lockdown. Everybody's getting inoculated. I heard Ma'am Dean, si Dean Charmaine will be inoculated later on. So congratulations on that. And I'm really into promoting that everybody should get the jab or get inoculated in order for us to really move on and continue what we had before. But just like what one of the directors mentioned, that the tools that we had yesterday, the tools that we had previously, may not necessarily be the tools that we need for tomorrow, right? So we had to redo our books. We have to redo all the things that we are doing right now. The skills competitions is maybe virtual. It is necessary, but even now, a lot of the things that we used to know or the things that we used to do is completely different on how we are dealing with on the actual scenario. I'm a well-traveled person, and I'd like to brag that traveling is one of the most important activities that we have. Okay, and sooner or later, millions, if not billions, of people like me who'd always want to travel the world will be out there. Many of you have been relaxed, I myself included. I'm pretty sure even your professors and teachers have been into this hiatus, and we are quite enjoying that hiatus as of the moment. Believe it or not, the announcement that soon, maybe next year, we will have our face-to-face classes. Instead of receiving quite a popular agreement amongst our students and professors, many of us are still a little bit hesitant to really go back to that face-to-face situation because we are already enjoying what we have right now. But I would like to convince everybody that a lot of people like me are now very excited, excuse me, to really go out there in the world and enjoy everything that the world has to offer. So, are we ready for that? You guys are in the hospitality and tourism academe as of the moment. Sooner, some of you later, will be, part of this industry that is both crazy, intimidating, exciting, absolutely wonderful. It can give you the downfalls and the high rise, and then this experience of being depressed and at the same time being excited. Okay, this COVID pandemic has brought a lot of people to their knees, I myself included, including the hotels that we are going to work for, right? Hotels that closed down during the COVID-19 pandemic, there are a lot of them all over the world. In the United States, many of them, like the Omni Berkshire, Ace Hotel London, New York Marriott, a lot of these hotels have experienced the downtrend. They had to close down because they cannot operate anymore. At the bottom line are the people who are widely affected because of this economic downturns brought about the pandemic. In the Philippines, you would be surprised that a lot of the hotels that has become household institutions, household names, like the Legend Villas in Mandaluyong, the Makati Shangri-La, the Marco Polo, they had to close down. I hope temporarily, you know, because of the pandemic. You're aware that cruise ships were all docked and anchored, but good news is around the corner because I know for a fact that a lot of my former students, by the way, I teach at St. Louis University here in Baguio. And over the course of 16 years of teaching here at St. Louis University, I think I have met over 10,000 individuals or students of mine, and a lot of them have been part of the cruise ship industry. Many of them had to suffer job losses. Many of them had to go back to the Philippines, work as a sari-sari store vendor, online seller, and whatnot, right? But we people are very resilient. But a lot of these cruise ships, particularly Holland, America, Royal Caribbean, they are recalling their Filipino manpower because they are soon going to be back in this wonderful oceans in the world, hosting international guests, and soon is going to be back there. Okay. You're familiar with how the airline industry is still struggling as of the moment. And as we speak, cancellations all over the world, flight cancellations, it's happening as of the moment. Even if you are booked, even if your reservation is guaranteed, even if you have a seat that has been fully paid years ago, you cannot fly. You wouldn't be able to fly. Right now, we're slowly going up. We're slowly, enjoying the friendly skies once again because sooner or later, all of these flights are gonna fly. All of these airlines are gonna be up there. You just really have to get that very important vaccination. So in order for us to, get the immunity that we deserve, so that we won't get COVID and get to share it with family. You would hear from me COVID every now and then simply because I am a COVID survivor. And mine wasn't really very easy. Mine was the severe one. And I nearly died. And that's why I am an advocate on how you should be able to protect yourself from at least getting COVID and not being able to share it with your loved ones, right? Here in Baguio, I have so many friends who have lost their jobs. The hotels left and right have closed down. We are still hoping that they are temporarily closed. As an officer of the Hotel and Restaurant Association of Baguio, I'm very close to these people. I've always been to this hotel. Baguio City is very small. Unlike Laguna, it's really big. Calamba pa lang ang laki-laki na. But Baguio, relatively small. Everything you can reach within 10 minutes. And everybody here seems to know everyone. This is the kind of culture that we have here. Our neighbors are so close. We get to know each other. When there is pandemic, when there are calamities, we really reach out and help one another. So we are affected when a hotel is closed because more or less about a dozen people there I know and who are going to be affected. But soon the nightmare will be over. Are you excited? Can I get at least a yes? Do you agree with me? This nightmare will be over.
Yes.
Yeah? Any response from everyone?
Yes po.
Yes, yes. Thank you for that response. And in the chat room, I can see people reacting yes. Oh, maraming salamat because we all have to have this mindset that we are soon gonna get out of this nightmare, right? And soon we will go back to the world of new beginnings. I'm getting a little bit emotional because, you know, if you have had not got COVID, you're not going to be affected. But for someone who has been there, who has succumbed to this experience, every time we discuss nightmare, believe me, I've been there and I've really had this scary event on this COVID. That's why when I was invited by Sir Jerome, I immediately said yes because I really want to share the experience. More than anything else, skills and knowledge is not no longer what you need. What you need is your resilience and your attitude, the right attitude to really overcome the pressures of this pandemic. There are so many reasons why your skills and knowledge is very important. I would like to enumerate Baguio because you're from Laguna. I've been to Laguna. I'm a Makati boy. I'm always been in Laguna. Back in the day where Calamba and the nearby areas there, Pansol, tama ba? We've always been there. We're always there. We always visit. That's the nearest tourist destination back in the 90s and early 2000 that I always go. But I would like to say that we are going to compare Baguio City with a lot of other places here in the Philippines and perhaps around the world. The many reasons why everybody is going to go back to their knees. I would like to tell you that here in Baguio, there are over 11,000 registrants already that would like to enter Baguio City. That has been reported by our uh, tourism city officer, si Alec Mapalo, 11,000 registrants just to be able to enter Baguio City. Imagine that. 11,000 just this weekend. Just this weekend. And that is not even in comparison to what we used to have prior to the pandemic. Why? Because Baguio City is a place like no other in the Philippines. If you have a place like Baguio City that is really beautiful, what kind of skills that you really need in order um, to be at parallel with the beauty of the place? Of course, you have to be kind, you have to be courteous, you have to be pleasant. You know, it's not all about the beauty of the place, it's about the beauty of the heart of the people that is working for you. You know, this is the kind of ambience and the feel, the comfortability that we would like to share to all of our students, to all of our employees in the hotel, that Baguio is not just a beautiful place. Baguio is visited because of its culture. We are home to some of the most picturesque places and amazing landscapes. If you are into Facebook, you log on to or you put hashtag sa Baguio, and you would really see how beautiful Baguio is. Okay, and then um, we put up this Facebook site called Biyaheng Luzon, Biyaheng Mindanao, and Biyaheng Visayas. Why? Because we would like to advertise the beauty of the entire country so that in the future, your skills and your knowledge will not be in vain. And what is the future? I'm talking about 2 to 3, 4 years from now. You're going to be able to graduate soon and you're going to work in one of these institutions, in one of these properties. And I'm pretty sure some of you are going to even open up your own businesses as an entrepreneur, right? The coolest and coldest region in the country. I know Tagaytay is cold, but when you're here in Baguio, just like what I said, you'll wake up with sniffles. You'll wake up if you have morning, you have rhinitis. More or less, you're gonna have issues with your respiratory system. This is non-COVID, but Baguio is really cold and people would like to visit us. Yes? Baguio is the summer capital of the Philippines. You all know that. A premier tourist destination. We are located in the biggest and most populated island in the country, that is Luzon. Why did I include that there? It's simply because if you are in the biggest island, therefore there are millions of people who would want to go up to Baguio on a yearly basis, millions. On a weekend basis, we're talking about thousands of people. Despite the altitude, the city is very accessible. You know, we have very beautiful roads and one of the highest standards of living in the entire nation. I hope you're not naiinip. Sana hindi kayo naiinip because I'm getting there. I'm just, perking it up. I saw in the program I have 1 hour, and I'm giving you that 1 hour. Because of this potential, a lot of people come up to Baguio because we are a favorite road trip destination. I'm hope you guys you could come up to Baguio pretty soon. People are generally really nice. I'm an example of that. I am a self-proclaimed adopted son of the Cordillera. We have very rich culture here, an educational mecca. In fact, our universities are very close to one another. Okay. I included educational mecca because not all of you are going to be hoteliers. You're not going to be, not all of you are going to be working in a cruise ship or whatnot. Some of you are going to be in the academe. Some of you might want to migrate in Baguio and teach in one of our universities. We are also a retirement hub. That's why in the hospitality, as much as possible, we are also considered caregivers in a lot of different ways. Not the healthcare caregiver, but we are in the wellness caregiving capacity. Wellness caregiving capacity. Everything here is practically within 10 minutes. Excuse me. Can satisfy people's cravings because of the wide array of restaurants. We have recently came up, excuse me, I'm just gonna drink water. Okay. Can satisfy people's cravings. We have listed over 500 restaurants that offers different kinds of delicacies, dishes, thematic restaurants here in Baguio City. We have very popular chefs from Manila who have opened their restaurants here. Yes. And even in the culinary world, it is now being twisted. Or I'm pretty sure you're familiar with what I'm talking about. Many of our restaurants these days serve deconstructed kind of dishes, and the way they cook now is completely different than before. We are geared towards healthy living and all that. You come up to Baguio and you're really gonna experience all these kinds of wonderful dishes amidst the wonderful backgrounds of our mountains. We have different types of accommodations based on people's budget, and definitely you can do many things here. Such opportunities pose a great possibility. Ever heard of travel rebound? How many of you here are eager to travel the world once again? Or not even the world. How many of you here are eager to just get out of Laguna, to easily go to Metro Manila, to go to Bicol? Can I see that on the chat box? How many of you are eager to travel? Thank you, Ma'am Gismundo, Afre. All right, that's so true. Ma'am Afre, nice name. All right, so yes, totoo, nafe-feel ko yung excitement ni Ma'am Afre. Siguro gusto na rin niya mag-travel. Si Ma'am Seychelles also. Okay, so we're gonna experience travel rebound, revenge on travel. People are now eager. Talagang maghihiganti yan to be able to travel once again. So ito nga yung sa Department of Tourism, they want to restart tourism jobs will be in demand soon. Dito lang sa Baguio, we have over 100 lodging establishments. There are 3 hotels being built as of the moment, and there are 2 hotels in the pipeline. One of them is really very big. It will have very big, in the context of Baguio, pagka ang hotel mo ay nasa 100 rooms na, 200 rooms, malaki na yon. But this one, Philinvest, are you familiar with Philinvest? Okay, so if you're familiar with Philinvest, they're going to open a 300-room hotel here in Camp John Hay sa Baguio. Okay? Sa Camp John Hay sa Baguio. Napakalaki po nito. So there's going to be a lot of job opportunities for everyone. That's why gagalingan ninyo. Narinig ko parang sinabi ni CD kanina, ni campus director, yung COP, Chefs on Parade. I was a graduate of the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, HRM, and we used to participate sa Chefs on Parade na yan. Ano? You can put that in your resumes, and as a general manager of a hotel, I really look forward to, I am really excited to see that an applicant was a participant in competitions. Napakahalaga, being an employer, to see that na habang estudyante pa sila, eager silang sumali sa mga competitions. All the more na kahit participant lang pwede mo siyang ilagay. No? All the more kung ikaw naman ay gold medalist, silver medalist, bronze medalist, all the more that excites us because what you were in college is most likely what you're gonna be when you are at work. Right? What you were in college, late ka lagi sa trabaho nung college ka, more or less, pag hindi ka nagbago, ganyan-ganyan din ang ugali mo kapag ka nagtrabaho ka na. Okay? That's why we hire people who have exposure on competitions, who have been attending competitions. Ibig sabihin, competitive yan. Ibig sabihin, palaban yan. Di ba? So kung ganun yung klase ng applicant mo, pipiliin namin yan over someone who have never been exposed to any kind of competition. Especially kung ang nag-hire na applicant, na employer ay kagaya ko, who has really been into the competitions. Chefs on Parade, dinadayo namin yan. No? Nag-aarkila kami ng jeep dati. Sasakay namin pati ultimong mini refrigerator, mga kalan, mga lahat. No? Pati mga plato, lamesa. It was really rigorous. It was really difficult. But it was all worth it. At the end of the day, kahit maka-bronze kami. Because there were so many competitors during that time. Pero ngayon, we're doing this virtually because what gives? We have to really adjust to the times and to the pandemic, di ba? And sooner or later, sana magkita-kita na ulit tayo para naman maganda ang ating competition. So, how can you cope with it? No? How can you cope with it? You have to be committed. Ang hirap ngayon sa mga tao, mahirap na mag-commit. No? So to be committed means you are willing to make a promise with no exception of return. Be committed that you are willing to make a promise that wherever you start, you're going to finish. That's why congratulations to a lot of you, or to many of you, who have started with your degree in hospitality and tourism, and then you are really pushing forward to finish this degree. Hindi yung urong-sulong ka. Pagtapos mo ng college, ang dami mo ng kurso na na-take. Di ba? So at least you are in this commitment. Be people-oriented. Be kind to unkind people. They need it the most. Naririnig niyo lagi yan. No? In these trying times, you don't know what other people are experiencing. Di ba? Hindi mo alam kung anong pinagdadaanan ng lahat ng tao. That's why you have to be kind. I have to be kind to you because I don't know whether you really woke up at the right side of the bed or you're having problems. I don't know if you had issues with your family. I don't know if you have issues with your health. I don't know what happened to you last week. That's why we have to be kind to one another. Right? Social media is becoming very toxic. It's a very toxic environment, the social media. Right? Everybody there is a keyboard warrior and they just throw hurtful words to people left and right. I hope you're not one of them. Right? We have the political sides of life. We have different religious beliefs and whatever. But for you to hurt people and throw names and then shout at them and call, hurtful words, let's just be kind to one another. That is something that I always want you to remember because at the end of the day, your skills, your knowledge, they're nothing. Okay? If you are not people-oriented. I know a lot of applicants who have everything in their resumes, all the skills written down there. Pero paglapit pa lang sa akin sa interview, makikita mo na ang personality bagsak. Diba? Makikita mo na yung attitude parang, wow, sayang ang resume, sayang ang mabangong resume. Diba? Thank you, ma'am. We have to be meticulous. Okay? So siguro ini-expect nyo, oy, yung speaker natin, tuturuan tayong magganito, maganyan. No. Okay? I almost died last March 16. I'm not going to teach you the skills. I'm going to teach you the more important skills in life, and that is to be meticulous. Whatever you do, the attention to detail makes the difference between average and stunning. You know, average and stunning. The reason why in how I'm gonna put it, you know, when people ask you, I have students who bake cakes. You know, cakes. They bake cakes. Some cakes would be has less details. Some cakes are like average looking cakes, but you would want to prefer that kind of cake that has all the details well attuned. In the hotel industry, we always look at that person who can really see an agyo. Alam yung agyo sa kisame? Okay? Oops, may agyo. Kahit gaano kalagi yung agyo sa kisame or yung cobweb sa kisame, nakikita niya yan. You are meticulous. Right? Yung plate mo, pag nag-plating ka, kahit napakaliit na smudge, makikita mo yan because you don't want to serve a mediocre looking plated dish. Okay? Even in our kitchen, even the way we set up our tables. Okay? Recently, we went to this restaurant na napaka-meticulous niya. No, it's actually not a restaurant. It's just a regular house. We went to this regular house that can give fine dining restaurants a run for their money. What did I say? We went to this house. We were invited, and then yung mga kasambahay nila, pag nag-serve ng plato, alam niyo yung sa table pa lang, pag nag-serve ng plato, alam nilang may 1 inch distance from the edge of the table. Okay? They know how to pour water, they know how to serve dishes, which one goes to the left, which one is removed from the right or whatever. Ganon katindi. And I want you guys to be meticulous. In your work, in your assignment, in everything that you do, you have to be meticulous. In order for you to survive the competitions of this very closed space and very tight hospitality and tourism industry. Sa panahon ngayon, lahat ng tao entitled. Sa panahon ngayon, lahat ng tao feeling nila, you have to serve us, you have to give us our money's worth. This is the answer. Be meticulous. Because at the end of the day, you want all of your guests to be happy, to enjoy their experiences, para babalik-balikan ka. That is the premise of a hotelier. We earn money, not because of new business, but because of returning guests. Next one is be a natural leader. Be a natural leader. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. Do not relax. Do not be complacent. At the end of the day, I always say at the end of the day, the bottom line, whatever you do, you have to be able to inspire others. Your activity is very inspiring. Naririnig ko pa lang yung director ninyo, yung mga nag-welcome kanina. Nasabi ko na parang, wow, nakakatuwa naman yung ganitong environment. Very, very inspiring sa mga estudyante nila, no? So, I am very glad that you have an amazing leaders. I'm really happy that you have leaders that is continually learning. Naging student ko pa si Dean Charmin, siya si Sir Jerome sa CGSP. Imagine that. At their status, at their age, they're continuously learning, experiencing new things. Even though I'm pretty sure that they know the things more than I do, but they still underwent those kinds of training. That speaks so loud about the kind of leaders that they are in your university. That's why I'm very, very happy to get invited by my former students. Be a team player. Ito yung pinakakaasara namin. We are not a team because we work together. We are a team because we respect, trust, and care for each other. Lagi niyong tatandaan, kahit gaano kamahal ng hotel ninyo, kahit gaano kalaki ang sweldo ninyo, pinakamahalaga pa rin that everybody is working wonderfully together. wala nang sasapat pa, wala nang mas mahalaga pa dyan. Ang laki nga ng sweldo mo, lahat naman tao demotivate. Ang laki naman ng sweldo mo, pero ikaw mismo ang problema ng hotel, ng restaurant. Ikaw mismo may attitude. Diba? Kahit sa parang simply put, in your thesis work, in your class activity, a group of 5 people, meron diyang lalabas na leader, meron diyang lalabas na pasaway. Sino ka doon? Diba? The moment that you become pasaway, that means you disrespect the entire team. That's why you have to be a team player. Okay? You have to respect and trust each other. Magre-resign at magre-resign ka sa trabaho mo kung ang environment magulo. Kung ikaw ang pasimuno ng gulo. In my hotel, I always tell them I don't like gossip. We don't talk about people, we talk about ideas. The moment that we start talking about people is the downfall of our institution. That's when gossip happens. Let's talk about ideas, let's talk about places, let's talk about wonderful experiences, not other people. Talk about people and get inspired. That's the only time we talk about them, right? Sadly, people enjoy gossip. But remember, you are not a good team player if you start gossiping or talking about people behind their backs. Tama ba? Let me just drink a little bit. I hope you're there. Can I get a thumbs up or something, a raised hand or whatever? Okay, thank you, Ezekiel. Oh, may heart pa si Ma'am Lilith. Right, salamat po. We will continue. Okay, thank you, Ma'am Efre. Tama ba pag-pronounce ko, Ma'am Efre? Gismundo? Parang may kilala akong Gismundo.
Yes, sir. Efre po.
Ah, okay, Efre. Very nice. So hotel and restaurants are in need of people soon. We're gonna go back. Look at the picture there. Those were my former students that I hired in the hotel. Diba? But sad to say, marami sa kanila nagsasabi na, sir, we're soon gonna go back to the cruise ship. What can I do? You know, some hotels and restaurants here in the Philippines, yan ang problema namin. We are just the training ground. We are their stepping stone. We are their springboard. Nakakalungkot isipin that after all of these months that you start training them, spending money on them, buying them their uniforms, you know, giving everything that they need in order to perform their jobs very well. Nagsasabi sila, which is, I'm grateful naman na hindi nila ako iiwan ora mismo. Nagsasabi naman sila na, sir, cruise ship is calling, etc., etc. What can I do? I cannot pay them a minimum of $1,000 a month. That's a minimum salary in the cruise ship, $1,000 a month. I don't know now, but that was pre-pandemic when people still enjoy that. Excuse me. Sana hindi kayo nabibingi sa cough. Okay? Excuse me. Because people need to eat, relax, and enjoy life. I wish I can mute myself whenever I'm gonna cough. Okay, so these are the reasons why tourism will overflow. That tourism will never run out, or tourism activities will never run out, and you guys will never run out of job opportunities or business opportunities, because people find ways to celebrate whatever, whenever. People are always in search of new adventures. People are always curious to try new places. People love to enjoy time with family and friends, and people nowadays enjoy sharing experiences on social media. Minsan nga yun na yung motivation ng mga tao eh. Why are they in the new restaurant? Why are they trying the new hotel? Because they just want content to be posted on social media, which is an advantage on our part being in the management of a hotel. Okay? I'm going to just go over this. How many minutes do I have, Ma'am Lilith? Are you timing me? Sorry, Ma'am Lilith, I disturbed your ano.
Okay lang po, sir.
I still have plenty of time. Okay. So I used this topic. I know I'm just supposed to talk about skills and whatever, but I just want you to teach. I just want to inform you about these things. First, there are trends right now na nangyayari sa hotel industry that you can really use in your trainings, in your activities at school. Okay, itong staycations natin. More than ever, we have more Filipino customers, more than ever. Okay? And believe me when I say that Filipino customers are more of a headache compared to their foreign counterparts. Do you agree? Eh, ang mga Filipino talagang they're really demanding. They really want everything. Kapag tumawad pa to, like let's say, ang rate mo na nga ay 2,500. Gusto pa nila 2,200. The room is good for 2. Pwede ba daw good for 5? The room does not fit an extra bed. Kailangan nila na dalawang extra bed. Tapos ayaw magpa-extra charge. Okay? So, what kind of skills do you need in order to survive staycations where majority of your customers are Filipinos? Patience. My gosh, araw-araw ang breakfast ko, patience. Okay? In order to survive the grueling world in the hotel industry. Okay, you need all the patience that you can get. That is something that you can really learn and acquire as you age. Pero habang bata ka kasi, mas marami kang patience kaysa sa habang nagkakaedad tayo. Tama ba, Ma'am Charmaine? Andiyan pa ba si Ma'am Charmaine? Habang mas tumatanda tayo, parang yung patience natin, parang, nauubos na, di ba? Okay. Higher level of sanitation and cleanliness. These guys will now have to redo all of our housekeeping books. Okay? Nowadays, when the guest checks out of the hotel, you cannot clean the room immediately. Okay? This will also affect how we do front office revenue planning. Okay? Pati yan, affected tayo. Dati, kaya mo magpuno ng hotel. Ngayon, hindi na pwede. 50%, 75%. You cannot immediately enter the room, kaya hindi pwede ang back-to-back situations. You cannot overbook, you cannot have back-to-back because according to the guidelines of the Department of Tourism, rooms has to be cleaned a day after the guest has checked out. Okay? Ay, Ma'am Leslie, andito ka pala. Oh, si Ma'am Leslie. Hello, ang aking singer friend. Okay, hindi aamin si Ma'am Charmaine. Alright, nakakatuwa naman. Okay, so higher level of sanitation and cleanliness. Nowadays, you have to work with your gloves on. Okay? Have to work with your gloves on. You have a defogger, kaya minsan dito sa Baguio talagang na-allergy rin kami kasi yung defogger contains mga chemicals that really kills bacteria and viruses. No? So kawawa ang mga housekeepers natin because they really have to endure itong mga chemicals na to that can really make sure that the room is virus-free. Ganyan na po tayo katindi. And then, kaya may gloves kasi nga ang chemicals na ginagamit natin matatapang. So, kada alis ng guest sa restaurants, linis. And then, mag-aantay ka ng mga 30 minutes bago mo pa upuan yan. Otherwise, linis ka lang ng linis. All surfaces, unlike before, we don't clean all surfaces pretty much every day. But right now, all surfaces that is often touched by the guest has to be cleaned thoroughly. So I think TESDA would really have to review their housekeeping standards on cleaning the rooms kasi nga napakatindi ng sanitation and cleanliness requirements natin ngayon sa mga hotels. Okay? So, number 3, contactless hospitality. Yan, di ba meron tayong mga personality development before? Okay, so ngayon, hindi na natin magagamit ang ating mga pretty smiles. Kahit anong smile mo, hindi yan makikita ng guest. Di ba? Because you have to use your mask. I don't know until when tayo na nakamask, pero as of the moment, we really have to make use of masks. And maybe in the future, baka gayahin na rin natin yung Japan na kahit walang pandemya before, nakamask sila. Okay? So this is now the trend and the skills that you have to acquire to be able to smile without showing your teeth. How can you do that? Okay? You have to learn how to smile using your eyes. Diba? Sir Ezekiel, sampulan mo nga. Nakasmile siya, pero make sure na yung eyes mo nakasquint a little bit. Yan, ganyan tayo. Yung nagtitwinkle-twinkle, yan na yung bagong skill na tinuturo natin. Kasi nga, naka-face shield ka na, naka-face mask ka pa. So, hindi mo makikitang Nakasmile ka. At least, sabi ng staff ko, but this is just off the record. Sabi nila, at least sir, kahit galit na kami, kahit ano gusto namin sabihin sa guest, hindi nila nalalaman kasi nga nakamask, hindi nila alam na sinasabi na visit ka or whatever. I'm sorry to say that, but my staff are like that already, telling me, sir, talagang nakakaasar yung guest. Buti na lang hindi niya nakikita yung bibig ko. So, yung mga ganon. No? So, nakapsibangot niya, pero yung smile, yung eyes mo, yan, nakasmile na. Di ba? So, this is another skill that you have to learn. And then, social distancing. Wala na pong shake hands ngayon. It's the mabuhay gesture. Okay? So, dapat sa mga skills ninyo, naka-incorporate itong mabuhay gesture. Yung paggamit niyan. No? So, no touching, no physical contact, ang layo-layo mo. Kaya ang conversations natin in the hotel right now, I'm sorry po, can you repeat that po? Kasi nga, inaudible eh. Naka-face mask ka, naka-face mask yung guest. Pag nag-usap kayo, para kayong nagbubulungan na lang. So, can you repeat that again? So these are something that we really have to, yes, Ma'am Karen Cruz, I smile. That really have to learn in personality development, how to interact with guests, even with all of these nuisance. By the way, going back to that slide, nakita niyo yung front desk namin. Okay, nakita yung front desk. Meron pa yung barrier na glass. So, talaga hindi kayo magkakarinigan kasi nga may barrier ka na glass, may facial ka pa, may face mask ka pa. Okay? So, mga ganon. Something that really have to experience nowadays. Digitalized guest experience. Kaya dapat i-boost ang ating IT or information technology experience ng mga universities kasi napakahalaga to. No? Our front office staff right now are being taught of so many things regarding property management systems na never pa nila na-encounter. Bago makapag-check-in yung guest, kailangan nilang check ang emails, check nila ang mga QR code, ang dami na lang i-check just to make sure that the guests are comfortable. At this day and age where it's digitalized guest experience, sometimes hindi mo na nakikita yung guest because pag full payment na yan, ang mangyayari, the guest paid in full, nag-reserve siya ng room, paid in full, you can already send the key card or the key sa cellphone ng guest. So parang naka-QR na rin yung cellphone niya, okay? Tapos itatap niyo na lang sa lock set natin and then makaka-enter na yung guest sa room. Okay? So this is something that we really have to teach our students, something that we must be able to do sa bell service activities natin, kung may bell service activities man. Sa ating food services activities, wala na ring the guest contact or guest conversations are now discouraged. Okay? So, I've been to several hotels and bibigay lang sila, sir, please copy the QR code on your menu, on your placemat. Nasa placemat yung QR code. You have to copy the QR code and that is when where you are going to order your food. Titingnan mo sa phone mo yung menu. And then you just click and that will be received sa kitchen. Ang pinaka-role na lang ng servers ay ang maghatid ng food. Ganun na katindi ngayon. So, but I am still hoping that we will still go back to what we were in terms of human interactions because after all, nothing can replace the warmth of the human touch. Do you agree, Ma'am Leslie? Nothing can replace the warmth of the human touch. Tandaan natin yan. Kahit anong technology yan, nawalan ng kuryente, nawalan ng wifi, nawalan ka ng gasolina sa generator mo, good luck kung mapatakbo mo lahat yan. You still need human beings. Di ba po? Okay. Nag-i-amen si Dean. Thank you, Dean. And then, ito na, ang pinakamahalaga, multi-skilled talents. Okay? Alam nyo ba ang style ko pag nag-interview ng tao? Papasayawin ko siya. Papakantahin ko. Yan. Kung makakanta siya kahit napakasintonado ng boses niya, what does that tell about the person? That person has the guts. In this world of the hospitality and tourism, no guts, no glory. Okay? So if you can sing, kahit sintonado ka, wow, you have an edge. If you will dance despite the fact na parehong kaliwa ang paa mo, then you have the guts. That is what we need in this industry. Let's look at this next slide. I'm going to teach you how you're going to be multi-skilled. In this day and age, where we are in the brink of cutting manpower because of labor cost. Anong ibig sabihin niya? Nagtitipid, in short. Sobrang pagtitipid na hanggat maaari, gusto mo ang mga empleyado mo multi-skilled. Pwede bang dalawa na lang yung front office staff sa lobby? Bakit ganon? Gusto mo yung firefighter, may firefighter skills yung housekeeping mo. You want na yung cook mo has a first aider, you have a cook that has accounting skills. Ano nangyari? Yung cook mo with acceptable knowledge on accounting and inventories. Kaya napakahalaga na pagtuunan natin yung cost control natin na subject. Meron tayong cost control na subject, tama? You really have to study that very well because a lot of our cooks in the kitchen will have to do inventories at the end of the shift. Okay? But they always say, kaya nga po kami nag-HRM kasi walang accounting masyado, walang masyadong math. Then again, you have to go back to your cost control subjects and learn all of these things because you are required to do inventories kahit cook ka or chef ka. Okay? In the front desk, we need staff who can do first aid. Para ka na ring nurse. Nagkasugat ang guest, para makatipid sa nurse, kailangan mong mag-apply ng first aid solution sa mga guests na nagkasugat. Yung mga ganun ba? No? So what else? A foodie, blogger, columnist, celebrity chefs. Mag-hire kami ng chef, gusto namin vlogger na rin siya. Gusto namin popular na rin siya. Gusto namin involved siya sa social media para meron na rin tayong libreng marketing sa restaurant. Okay? Are you like that right now? Are you into social media? Follow me on Facebook. Okay? So, aralin natin lahat yan because sa panahon ngayon, sa pagtitipid ng mga hotel, we want to cut down on so many other job positions where one person can do multiple tasks. Okay? We want an operations manager that can speak a little bit of Korean, a little bit of Japanese. Yan na yung mga gusto natin. That's why, guys, if you have foreign language in your curriculum, learn. And then, pag natapos yung semester, continue learning. Do not ever stop. Because you are going to be an asset in the industry kapag you have a second language. I have a friend in Holland, America, si Vanessa. She's promoted the moment she finished her Spanish speaking course. She got promoted because she could speak Spanish. And how did she learn Spanish? She studied at Cervantes, Instituto de Cervantes for Spanish here in Manila. Kasi nga, ang tagal-tagal na niya sa Holland, America, hindi pa siya ma-promote. Yun pala, that is just simply one of the requirements, a second language. Once she learned Spanish, kahit bali-baliktad ang Spanish niya, ayun, she's now events coordinator, a position that is similar to a front office manager. Okay? An event specialist, hotel sales executive. Hindi na uso ngayon na marunong ka lang sa sales. Dapat kung ano yung binenta mo, let's say function rooms, corporate activity, dapat kaya mong execute yan. Kailangan mong ma-arrange yung speaker, kailangan mong magawa yung program, kailangan pwede ka na rin mag-MC. Di ba? So, Mim Lilith, you have to really hone your talent and skills kasi you are already a multi-skilled person. If you can perform, communicate very well as a host, then you can already do hotel activities, then that's already 2. Learn another language, that's already 3. In the cruise ship, you are going to be paid 3 times more than a person who can only do one basic task. Okay? A photographer and graphics artist for marketing associate, pati yung mga pag-AutoCAD, pati yung sa social media styling, picture taking, lahat. Ang marketing associate dapat kaya niyan. Pati yung content writing, creative writing, kasama yan sa pagiging marketing associate. Kung ikaw ay mali-mali sa English grammar, I'm sorry, I'm not an an expert on English, but we really expect that as a marketing associate, you know how to write sentences in a very correct grammar, in perfect grammar. Marami kasi tayong mga grammar Nazi, lalo na sa social media. A barista, food and beverage attendant, hindi ka na lang, excuse me, hindi ka na lang food and beverage assistant ngayon, yung taga-serve ng food, taga-serve ng drinks. You really have to make coffee na ngayon, no? Dapat marunong ka mag-coffee, dapat marunong ka mag-style ng coffee and be able to serve that. At the same time, kailangan mo mag-mix ng alcoholic beverage. Ganun na po ang demand ngayon. That's why lahat ng subject na inaaral nyo ngayon, dadagdagan nyo, you have to be a master of everything. You have to be a jack of all trades because that's what the industry wants. A door greeter who knows how to drive and check in guests. Nagets nyo? You have to learn how to drive, mga guys. No? If you want to be in the front office, you want to be a bellboy, hindi ka lang pwedeng taga-door greet, taga-open ng door, lahat na gagawin mo, pati ang mag-valet park. Okay? A plantito, plantita banquets manager. Kailangan marunong ka na rin mag-arrange ng floral arrangement. Kailangan mo na rin mag-garden. Kailangan mo na rin malaman kung anong halaman ng perfect sa indoor, sa outdoor. Because we have a lot of customers who demand fresh plants, live plants, rather than cut flowers. Maraming ganyan. So as an events planner or a banquets manager, dapat alam mo anong perfect na plant dito for the event. 3 araw na event, what would you do? Okay? So, a person who is adept with contract laws. I'm general manager. I have to read contracts of my employees. So, you have to know how to read contracts. You have to learn the law, Department of Labor and Employment Law, DENR laws, ang daming law, pati itong mga COVID law and everything, you really have to master that. You have to be able to read balance statements, income statements, etc. We have to serve once in a while. There's one time that we were full. Sabi ba naman ng aking F&B supervisor, sir, punta ka naman, sir, patulong naman. Imagine, they asked me to serve. Good thing I know how to serve. Because at times like this, when everybody's in the hotel is in a hurry, they don't care if you're the general manager or the staff. You have to serve them. You have to be a writer, a speaker, a lecturer, a trainer, an architect, an engineer, a plumber, an obsessive, compulsive, super friendly general manager. Am I talking about myself? You should be like that. At this age, I've acquired those kind of experience. Bakit ko nasabing speaker? Because if I have to teach, I have to talk to you, I have to lecture my staff, I have to write, I have to train my people. Dahil kung kukuha pa ako sa labas, magastos. Dahil nga sabi ko sa inyo, nagtitipid kami. So, this is what multi-scaling looks like. And emerging trend number 5, limited gatherings, solo travelers. So, anong mangyayari dyan? Going back to number 4, you have to have multi-skilled people in order to enjoy your job. Kung hindi kasi, pipiliin namin yung mga taong maraming alam dahil sobrang baba ng revenue ng hotels ngayon. Kahit gaano kalaki ng venue mo, it has to just confine a fewer people than than what it can actually contain. Therefore, I will say that we have to revive because the industry needs people who are ambitious. This is one of the traits that I'd like you to have. Be ambitious. Do not stop at do not stop with your bachelor's degree. Move on to your master's degree. Okay? Do not stop being a regular frontliner or a front office staff or an F&B server. You want to be a director. You want to be the general manager. Or at the end of the day, you would want to be an entrepreneur. You have to be educated. Finish your education. There's nothing more that can uplift your spirit than knowing that you have already finished your studies. You have to have pleasing personality no matter how life is, no matter how difficult it becomes. I'm referring to guests. No matter how difficult they have become, you have to have pleasing personality, regardless whether you just woke up or you're just about to go to bed. Your personality has to be consistent. We know we have ups and downs. Me, I'm under the weather right now. I have difficulty talking. I'm doing my best, but the show must go on. That's the kind of attitude that we need in the industry. I'm not going to, I hate people who would tell me an hour before that, sir, I'm not feeling very well. Come on. Who's going to replace you? You know, we're in a tight situation right now. We are in a skeletal force. So, you know, pleasing personality is not just being able to smile. It has something to do with what's in your heart and who are you in your spirit and in your soul. You know, you don't want your people to, you know, to feel bad about you because at the last minute you did not come to work. You know, you have to be focused on your job and on your studies and in your life. Okay, and you must have zest for life in whatever you do. You have to always continue doing what is best for your life. If you think that your job is ruining you, if you think that what you're doing is not giving you happiness, move on, because that is removing zest for your life. Always remember that we would want to live happily in our lives. We don't want to suffer. So enjoy everything that you are doing right now. Be ready for that most anticipated bouncing back. The industry will bounce back with great revenge. Maghihiganti yan. People will be demanding, people will be excited, travelers will be all over the place, and places will be filled. If you know what it takes, be ready and take that as an opportunity. With that, I thank you guys for listening. I really enjoy looking at your videos as you move around listening to me. So thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you. God bless you all.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Lee, all the way from the summer capital of the Philippines, Baguio City. Talaga namang sobrang nakaka-inspire ang lecture niya for today, di ba, partner?
Thank you.
Yes, partner. Talaga namang tumagos sa puso ng bawat estudyante ng hospitality and tourism students. At lalo sa ating mga coaches and faculties. Sir Lee, maraming salamat po. Talaga nga pong isa kayong inspirasyon at marami po kaming natutunan sa lahat ng inyong tinakad for today.
Thank you.
Yes po, as Mr. Lee said, individuals that are highly competitive. So ito pong CHMT week natin ay isa po sa mga stepping stone na magsisilbi para sa mga estudyante natin maging highly competitive sa industry na nag-aantay sa atin in the near future, di ba, partner?
Yes, at sabi nga kanina ni Sir, nothing replace the warmth of the human hand. So it means yung pandemic na to, hindi to magiging hadlang sa lahat, pero gawin natin tong inspirasyon, motivation para ipaglaban natin yung susunod. 'Di ba? We are aiming for the high top of the world. So, hospitality students, tourism students, let's dream and make a high to recognize ourselves, to be known, to be popular and make the most of our lives. Diba, partner?
Yes, amidst of this pandemic, hindi hadlang to para ma-discover natin yung mga skills natin at ma-enhance pa natin lalo ito. Huwag tayo ma-down dahil isang malaking industry ang nag-iintay sa atin pag bumalik na sa normal ang lahat. Sabi nga ni Mr. Lee, whatever you do, you have to inspire others. Diba, partner?
Yes. Sa simpleng paraan lang ng pag-i-smile, pag naka-face mask, kitang-kita sa mata ng bawat tao kung gaano nga ba tayo ipinaglalaban yung buhay kahit gaano kahirap, kahit anumang problema. Pero ang mga Pinoy, iba talaga sila, di ba?
Yes, partner, kahit anong pagdaanan natin, di ba, ang mga Pilipino talaga ay known to be the most hospitable people in around the world, di ba? So let's keep that smile and keep dreaming.
Send the hearts para sa ating participants. Thank you again, Mr. Lee Major Spahilan, all the way from Baguio. Hi, sir. Mag-ingat po kayo dyan. God bless you.
Thank you.
At maraming salamat po.
Yes, and we are looking forward to visit you in Baguio soon, sir.
Sure. Keep in touch. Follow me on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram.
Yes, sir. Maraming salamat po.
Q&A or certificate. Po ng ating participant through FB Live and YouTube. So lahat po na nandito sa Zoom, or Q&A is now open for Mr. Lee. Sa lahat po ng gustong magtanong, may mga gustong malaman kay Mr. Lee, open na po tayo. You can chat sa chat box or you can unmute your mic para po magtanong. Anes.
Don't hesitate to speak and show your intention and kung ano man yung mga gusto nyong malaman, kung ano man yung gusto nyo pang alamin about sa industry ng hospitality and tourism, you can unmute your mic so you can express yourselves. Ikaw, partner, baka may gusto kang itanong kay Sir Lee.
Yes, meron naman, partner. So, Mr. Lee, amidst of this pandemic, ano po yung pinakang malaking lesson na natutunan nyo na ma-share nyo po sa atin?
Okay, that's a really nice question. Naku, baka maging emotional na naman ako. You know what? The one thing that I've really learned, lagi kong sinasabi sa sarili ko, na in all of these years that of my existence, ang pinaka natutunan ko maging humble. Dahil sa isang igla, pwede ka palang mawala. There was a time, March 16 at 2 in the morning, when my oxygen level was going down because of COVID. I was drifting away. I was literally drifting because for 8 days, I've been spitting blood. I've been coughing profusely. My headache was really, really terrible. My skin was like being torn apart from my back. It's like flesh, no? So I was really in pain until finally in March 16, my oxygen level was dropping really low, 66, 65, 64. The nurse entered the room and she was like screaming at me and saying, "Sir, you have to breathe. Hinga ka, sir. Hinga ka." Ganyan. From that moment on, I learned humbleness. Why? I have tried to achieve so many things in my life. I'm an overachiever. I want to be like this. I want to be like that. I want to travel the world. I do so many stuff in order to, please myself. But nothing like that. All of these things are nothing at the brink of your death or at the brink of immediate surmise. So I learned how to be humble. Nowadays, I miss my name so much because I've been called names like, even if I'm not a doctor yet, people call me doctor, prof, GM, and whatnot. I told myself, how come I miss my name so much? I just want to be called Lee, my first name, because titles doesn't matter. Positions does not matter. A lot of these things that we enjoy doesn't really matter. So that's the greatest learning I've learned, because COVID was a great teacher to me.
Thank you so much po, Mr. Lee, for that wonderful question. Truly nga naman, itong pandemic is isang lesson para maging eye-opener sa pagiging content sa kung ano mang meron sa ating ngayon. We should appreciate little things dahil yung iba hindi na nasisilayan ang sinag ng araw kinabukasan.
That's right, Miss Estelita.
Maraming salamat po.
Sir Ezekiel is raising his hand. So,
yes,
Sir
Ezekiel.
Sir, kanina pa po yun.
Kanina pa yan. Okay.
Ay, sir, pasensya na.
Sobrang active naman po ni Sir Ezekiel for today.
Simula kanina, naka-raise na ang hands.
Kaya nga eh.
Pasang ka-present ni Sir Ezekiel for today.
Yes. Para sa ating mga participants, officers, and coaches, if there are some questions that you want to ask, you can raise your hands, open your mic.
Si Ma'am Leslie, asan? Ma'am Les, baka may katanungan ka. I like si Ma'am Les. Saan si Ma'am Leslie?
Ma'am Leslie. Calling the attention of Miss Leslie.
I have a question though. Ano po yung suot nyo? Is that your uniform?
Yes, sir. Department shirt po namin.
Ah, okay. So how would I know who the teachers are and who are the students?
Sir, as of now po, ang nakasuot po sa amin ng DEP shirt, lahat po ng officers and teachers.
Okay. Okay.
To recognize na lang po siguro yung mga officers and teachers, please, sa mga teachers po, please send the heart. And para sa mga officers, you can send like. So again, to all the teachers, you can send the heart to recognize. Yes, thank you so much sa lahat ng ating mga coaches and faculty na walang sawang sinusuportahan yung department para maging posible ang ating CHMT Skills Virtual Competition para sa ilang araw ng preparation. O pa nga naman, Sir Ezekiel. At sa ating mga students, maraming salamat po. Thank you po. Thank you so much, Sir Lee, for joining us today. It is really our honor and pleasure po to have you for today po.
Okay po. Malaking karangalan po para sa akin. I like na Tagalog, Laguna kasi. No? So, marami pong salamat. Pwede niyo po akong invite ulit kahit gaano ako ka-busy. Basta makita ko ang nag-i-invite si Sir Jerome, si Ma'am Charmaine, tapos Laguna Polytechnic State. Naalala ko, yung field trip nyo dati, pumunta pa ako ng Pagudpud ba yun? Or Ilocos, just to meet some of your students through Ma'am Grace. Tama ba? Ma'am Gracie? Yon. So, yun yung naaalala ko sa Laguna Polytechnic. Thank you, Ma'am Charmaine. Visit Baguio.
Again, thank you so much, Mr. Lee Major Spahilan, all the way from Baguio. Sir, thank you po. Maraming salamat po. Sending virtual hugs, sir.
Thank you.
Mag-ingat po kayo.
Thank you.
So for the awarding of certificate, may we call on Sir Jerome Fernandez?
Republic of the Philippines, Laguna State Polytechnic University, Province of Laguna, College of Hospitality, Management and Tourism, Certificate of Appreciation is hereby awarded to Mr. Lee Majors Pahilan for sharing his knowledge and expertise as the resource speaker during the first virtual CHMT skills competition with the theme of the forward leap, upskilling and reskilling of student competence toward new beginning. Given this 9th day of July 2021 via online Zoom, signed by Shaira May Bamboo, ARMS President, yours truly, Jerome Fernandez, ARMS Advisor, and Charmaine V. Rivera, Dean of the College of Hospitality, Management and Tourism. Thank you so much, Sir Lee.
So to give a shout out per team, let us call on the team Cock Ova led by Miss Mayan Sancon together with Mr. Ezekiel Pambuan and Gian Ramos. So asan po ang team Cock Ova? Pa-heart. Yan, nangunguna naman po ang ating assistant coach, Sir Ezekiel Pambuan. Nanggagaling naman. Sunod naman, asa ng mga Blue Martini? Headed by Miss Leslie Salazar herself together with Miss Jayan Kalupi and Miss Dolores. I'm sorry po. Mr. Mark Hernandez. Yes po, andyan po si Ma'am Jane Kalugi together with Mr. Mark Hernandez. Siyempre, hindi naman po magpapahuli ang Green Dom Perino, headed by Mr. John Arsobal, together with Ms. Roshan Mabansay and Ms. Dolores Apanay. And then, hindi naman po magpapahuli ang last group ng ating HM department. Ang Yellow Truffles, headed by Mr. Samuel Cruz, Miss Rachel Rubina, and Eunice Tega. Siyempre, sabi nga, everyone is the fire, but champions went to ignite the spark.
Okay lang kahit pero kayo, pinagtin kayo.
Okay, may I request everyone for the picture taking po. Shaira, kindly stop sharing po. Stop yung natin. Open cam po tayo. Shaira, ikaw na ang mag-screenshot, ha?
Okay po, sir. Noted po.
Sir D, may we invite you po sa ating photo, ano po?
Okay po. First slide po muna tayo. Hanggang 3 slides po tayo. Okay. 1, 2, 3, smile.
Okay. Sorry po sa technical. Ganyan po talaga pag-live. Continue sa ating Pink Everest, led by Miss Brita Sapat, together with Limuel Magalona and Miss Claricel Hadili.
Ay, wait lang po. Ate, di ba naman pwede pa naman ang second slide?
Yes po, sorry po sa technical difficulty.
Okay, another
So,
para naman
ang last tip po natin, sabi po nila, no man is an island, but bring your loved ones to Purple Islands. Led by Miss April Desmundo together with Ma'am Janeline Banta and Miss Karen Cruz. So yan po ang mga team na maglalaban-laban for this CHMT week. So kita po natin sa chat box kung sinong active na team.
Yes, let's do a short shout out sa ating chat box. Nakukulang mga yellow heart. No man is an island. Bring your loved ones to Purple Island. Purple Island, Korea, Aja. Oh, yun.
Yes, sabi naman nila, Gold Team Blue Martini. Meron rin tayong Gold Maldives sa chat box partner. Sobrang buhay na buhay ang ating mga team talaga ngayon. Mga talagang palaban.
Yes, and of course to all participants here inside the Zoom, you can answer the attendance for us to know who are the students involved here today.
For further announcement, let me call on Jerome Fernandez.
Just to check, guys, are we audio or malinaw po ba yung camera and sounds namin as of now?
Yes, malinaw.
Yes po.
Thank you so much for the response po. May we call on Mr. Jerome Fernandez for the further announcement for tomorrow and later activities.
Okay, once again, good morning po sa ating pong lahat. For this day activity po, we are done in the first seminar or webinar po. Then, mamaya pong hapon, we will have the quiz bee competition po. Mga participants po ang ating kasama po through Zoom and the technical po. Then, by tomorrow po, we'll start at 8 a.m. po yung ating virtual competition po from tourism, hospitality, and boat competition po natin. Okay, we have from hospitality management competition po, we have the flare tending, napkin folding, we have the cooking, and we have the food photography. Then we have the logo or digital logo making po or digital logo presentation. Then we will have the digital. Then for the tourism naman po, we have the FA demo po. Then we will have the itinerary making and medyo nawawala pong signal. And yun po, yung mga ating competition po by tomorrow. Okay, see you po tomorrow, especially sa ating mga participants. Thank you so much po to our resource speakers, Sir Lee Major Pailan, Engineer Alvarez, our campus director, Dr. Mitch Sarmiento, our OSAS director, President Briones for the support, and to our dean po, thank you so much to all the coaches na meron po tayo, headed by yung mga major coaches po natin, Sir Jan, Ma'am Mayan, Ma'am Leslie, Sir Samuel, and co-coaches po nila. Then for the tourism po, we have Ma'am Princess, Ma'am Bernadette, and Ma'am April. Thank you din po sa ating arms officers headed by Shaira Bang. Okay, once again, thank you so much po. And the officers or the MC will give some announcement po for tomorrow po. Thank you so much again.
Before we end this up, let's have a photo op, guys. We are requesting you to please open your cam for us to have a remembrance for today's activity. Ayun. Maraming salamat po. Please open our cameras to have a short photo op. Let's wait for about 30 seconds for everyone to open their cam and prepare themselves. Baka kasi mamaya, just woke up, tas selfie agad tayo. And why not? Wala namang problema ngayon kahit anong itsura natin. For us to have a remembrance, please, we are requesting everyone to please open your camera. Thank you.
Ayan, talaga namang naggagandahan at naggagwapuhan, partner, ang mga faculties at CHMT students na yes, wala po palang audio.
Pasensya na po. Kanina pa ako nagsasalita. Parang hindi. Pero sige, let's smile, guys.
Yes, pakita po natin ang naggagandahan at naggagwapuhang mukha ng CHMT students together with our faculty. Wow, partner, tingnan mo yung mga ngiti ng ating mga coaches. Parang ngiting panalo na. Sino
yes! Excited na talaga akong malaman kung sino nga ba talaga. Sige nga, let's see kung sino yung mga active pa as of now. Please send the hearts para sa ating mga estudyante, coaches, and faculties. Please send the heart para pagka-capture ng picture, madaming pusong makikita. Yan. Thank you so much.
Naman. Sobrang active po nila.
Okay.
So for page 1, let us show our biggest smile in 1, 2, 3, smile! So, stay lang po kayong magitay, ano? Kasi ang monitor po natin ay iba't iba ang view for the comedy to capture our smiles. So, page 2 po, smile naman po tayo. 1, 2, 3, smile! So, for page 3 naman po, smile po rin po tayo lahat, guys. 1, 2, 3, smile! Yan, thank you so much everyone for joining us for today.
Yes, first day is a success, di ba, partner? Sobrang ginawang posible ng lahat kahit na madilim, yung connection natin, may kanya-kanya tayong problema, pero lahat yon naibisa, nangyari ng successful, di ba nga, partner?
Yes naman, partner, bago mag-end ang call natin, let us have a teaser for the group na magko-compete ngayon.
Okay, para po naman mag-present yung ating mga team, you can share your teaser per grupo para po makita ng ating mga audience kung paano po nag-prepare ang bawat groups.
And of course, nais po natin magpasalamat kay Sir Flores for giving us the time para maging posible din po itong activity natin for today. Thank you, Mr. Flores. Maraming salamat po. Keep safe and keep healthy po, sir. Maraming salamat.
Learning of Iraq, led by Ms. Mayan Sangkot, together with Mr. Ezekiel Tambuan and Mr. G.M. Brothers. Taste the goodness, feel the greatness. Tasting life is grand, with a martini in hand. Representing Blue Martini, led by Ms. Leslie Salazar with Miss Kate Felipe and Mr. Mark Anthony Hernandez. Come quickly, I am tasting the stars. Don't pay, led by Mr. John Arcibal, together with Miss Roshan Labansay and Miss Dolores Amanay. Gerald Troubles, the land's desired aggression, led by Mr. Samuel Cruz, together with Miss Jeremy and Miss Eunice Legaspi. They say everyone has their part, but the champions know when to ignite the spark. Team Gold Mountains, led by Miss Bernadette Passion, with Miss Monique Latin, and Ross Ad Salvador. As the most famous quotation goes, no man is an island. But they said, bring your loved ones to Purple Island. Presenting Purple Island Korea, led by Miss April Desmoto, together with Miss Janeline Banta and Miss Karen Cruz. Last but definitely not the least from tourism management. Pink Everest, overshadowing competition at every step, led by Miss Princess Abad, together with Mr. Lemuel Magalona and Miss Claricel Halidi.
So yun guys, for our teaser, maraming salamat po sa lahat ng ating students and coaches para sa nag-abala sa lahat ng kaganapan ngayong araw. At syempre, para sa ating activity for later's activity, 1 p.m. po magsisimula ang ating quiz. Kung meron po man tayong mga tanong, questions, or suggestion right now, you can PM direct message our officer in charge, especially with the coaches. You all know that you have the officer in charge that you can also ask for today. July 9, 10, 11, 2021 via Zoom and FB Live, showing the talents and skills of the CHMT students. Again, I am Estelita Gapas. And I am Lilette Valencia Mala. This is Digital Skills Competition 2021 with a theme of the upskilling, reskilling students towards skills. See you later, guys. Sending virtual hug to all of you. Mag-ingat po tayong lahat. Maraming salamat po.